trip out in the van. This time we decided to go back down to Dorset because we just love doing the Jurassic Coast and doing a bit of fossil hunting. Happy with that, Tim?
I love fossil hunting.
That's your favourite thing to do, isn't it?
Yes, my absolute favourite thing to do. So this was last night's park up. Just a large lay-by on the A358, just outside Chard. It's on a fairly busy road, so the traffic noise is picking up a little bit now, sort of 7 o'clock in the morning. But it was peaceful and quiet last night. Had a good night's sleep. Just one other lorry for company. And these trees actually protect us a little bit, I think, from the noise of the traffic last night. And there's a burger van or a sandwich or breakfast van that starts at 7 o'clock in the morning if you want some breakfast here. So yeah, I'd recommend this little spot for an overnight park up. So here we are at Charmouth Beach in Dorset, ready to do a bit of fossil hunting. Hoping to find some nice ammonites, particularly those beautiful golden ones that have been fossilised with iron pyrite. Looking forward to find some of them hopefully. So we've stayed on the beach car park. Fantastic, massive car park. It's £5 for the entire day, 8 AM till 9 PM. You can't stay overnight, that's no problem, we'll find somewhere else. But it's really just a great place to use as a base while you explore the beach and everywhere around the area. First couple of finds of the day, a nice polished belemnite and then a nice little ammonite actually. It's a little bit eroded and worn by the sea and the wave action in the air, but it's got some shimmer to it. One of those that's been fossilised by iron pyrite, so it's a beautiful thing really. So yeah, really happy with that already. Well, that's pretty amazing, isn't it? These rock features, I don't know how they were formed, but they actually look like human-made steps, don't they? So we're here at the foot of the cliffs where there's been a fairly recent landslide, and you can actually see, they're only tiny, but you can see quite a few little baby ammonites are being exposed in the clay. So we'll take them. They're not the lovely iron pyrite goldy ones, but they're nice enough. And there's belemnites as well sticking out of the clay. Let's fade into it. Bollocks, yeah, just a fragment. I think, yeah, just a fragment. What a shame. I thought I was in then.
Show it then.
Decent size one. Yeah, I think it's quite firm. We need a hammer on it. Keep that, got more in it. Still there. Still there. Maybe a big chunk of gold or something. It's well worn, isn't it?
What do you mean?
There we go, got it. need cleaning up, but might clean up nicely. It's worn though, so there's not a lot of detail on it, but it's pretty. Ah, I cracked it there.
That's interesting. It's inside of it.
Don't want to do too much more because if it goes all the way around there, I think if you polish that up, that'd be amazing. I don't think it'll just snap off. I'll try and break it out now. There we go. Yeah, snapped off. Look at that.
Right.
Keep that. It's a fragment. Beautiful. I'll try and get a bit more of this one. Oops. Oh, there you go. Destroyed it completely. Well done, me. So we've been all the way up the left-hand side of Charmouth Beach, and we found a few things, but not a huge amount. We did bump into the expert who does the tours, and he says it's been very quiet here. Even after Storm Eunice, there wasn't a huge amount around, and what there was, the experts was hoovered up within a couple of days, and since then it's been really, really calm. And even on a high tide like this one today, it hasn't disturbed very much of the clay, so not much new fossil materials around. So anyway, we thought we'd try the other side of the beach anyway. So as you come down into Charmouth, we're now on the right hand side heading towards Lyme Regis, and we'll have a go and see if we can find anything else here, eh Claude?
Yeah.
Not much to find up the Lyme Regis end of the beach either. Well, I say beach, it's just rocks here. So we're going to call it a day and head off somewhere to find something to eat. Probably somewhere to get some fish and chips, I think. So most of the fish and chip shops around Charmouth are either closed or we don't fancy them for some reason. So we move on to Bridport. We have our tea from Long's Fish and Chips. Lovely big portions, and it tastes lovely actually. Really nice tea.
So where to next, Tim?
Well, last time we were in Dorset, we found some smooth snakes, but I didn't find any sand lizards, and I would love to find some sand lizards. I've never seen one in the wild. Never seen one in the wild. And end of April they'll be in their full breeding colours. So I'd really like to head over there if that's okay.
Not a problem.
Good. So we'll head over to Studland. It's about an hour away.
Okay.
And we'll see if we can stay at that same place we stayed last year, Poole Harbour View.
Yeah.
If not, we'll have to find somewhere else, but let's see if we can stay there, eh?
Okay.
Right, let's do it. Next stop on the trip is Poole Harbour View, which is on the road to Studland. Gives you a lovely, lovely view over Poole Harbour, Bournemouth.
We've reached the park up, but Tim's just cleaning the front window because it's absolutely filthy. You have to when you've got a view as good as this.
So last night we stayed over at Poole Harbour View. It was lovely, nice and peaceful. And this morning we've headed off to Studland Bay, to the sandy heaths and Studland Bay to see what reptiles we can find. Now there are 6 species of British reptile. You can all be found here on Purbeck, on the various heaths, and they should all be on Studland. So we'll have a look round, see what we can see, but I'm particularly interested in trying to find some sand lizards.
Right, Tim spotted a sand lizard. So he's going to try and sneak up on it and get a bit better picture. I can just about see it from here. It's bright, bright green.
Amazing, really.
What?
Coming here to see sand lizards, and the first reptile we see pretty much is a sand lizard. Incredible green colour. This is a male. You can tell that by the green flanks. Just incredible bright green. And that's its full breeding colours. So it doesn't start off the year like that. It starts off a bit duller. Then through sort of April, late March, April, they develop their full green breeding colours. And then over the rest of the summer, after they've bred sort of towards the end of April, they'll go back to sort of a more drab browny colour. But look at that, what an absolutely spectacular looking animal. Another male, as you can tell by the bright green flanks. We also saw a slow worm, which is a legless lizard, an adder, which is the UK's only venomous snake, and a smooth snake, which is the UK's rarest snake. But funnily enough, we didn't see two of the UK's most widespread reptile species, which is the viviparous or common lizard and the grass snake. Well, that was a really fantastic morning reptile hunting, but now it's time to get some food, and we're heading off to Salisbury. And we decide that rather than drive all the way around the bay, we're going to take the Sandbanks ferry, which turns out to be very convenient, very easy, and very cheap. Quick change of plan, because the ferry pretty much takes us to Poole. So the change of plan is, Claudia?
Poole Pottery.
Yep.
Yes, we both have degrees in ceramic design, so it seems appropriate.
Yeah, while we're here, never been to visit it, so we've got a bit of time on our hands before we eat. So we've got a bit of time before we get to Salisbury, so we're going to visit Poole Pottery. Ooh, what's that? So we managed to find a very tight parking space in Poole, and it reminds us just how useful it is to have such a small van. Okay, so we followed Google Map signs for Poole Pottery, parked up, walked into the centre of Poole, only to discover Poole Pottery, well, it just doesn't seem to exist anywhere. So I looked up online, where's Poole Pottery made, because I know they still make it online, I've seen the shop online. And turns out all the Poole Pottery is now made in Middleport Pottery, which is in Stoke-on-Trent, about 2 miles from where we live. So I feel a bit stupid now. Oh well, I think that really would qualify for an epic fail, that wouldn't it?
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah. Oh well, never mind. On to Salisbury then, something to eat.
Yeah.
Next stop, the Drove at Stonehenge. Right, so it's Sunday morning, Claudia. We're at the Drove, Stonehenge. And what do you want to do next?
I thought you wanted to go to Glastonbury.
Well,
It's raining.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's not great. But it's, you know, what it is.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll head home then, shall we?
Via Glastonbury.
Okay, yeah, we've got to go that way, sort of, to get back to get back to the motorway anyway. So if we head that way, check in on Glastonbury, the tour and the village. Never been there, so I'd like to see it. And then head off home.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, but first, should have some breakfast. I was going to have that. I was going to have an egg butty for breakfast, but somebody else ate the last brioche roll, didn't they?
Well, it wasn't me, Tim.
No, you fed it to the bloody rook, didn't you?
They needed it more than you.
Yeah, so it's just a bowl of Weetabix for me for breakfast. Yeah, and then we'll head off home. But it's been nice here again, hasn't it? Oopsie daisy, nearly left the rubbish behind. Or spotted Claude. So we're at Glastonbury, but it's cold and wet and raining, so we don't really fancy walking up the tour in this weather, and we don't really fancy doing the tour of the town as well, seeing the abbey and stuff, but we'd definitely like to do it one day. So we'll just come back one day in better weather, hey Claude?
Yeah.
And do it again, so it's on the list to do again. But that'll be the end of the trip then. For today we'll just head home.
Yep. It's been nice.
Yeah, it's been brilliant, hasn't it? Yeah. Right, let's go home.